Guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm about to meal prep here. Oh, I think my lens is dirty. I need to clean that. I'm gonna meal prep and I just need some simple dinners this week. We actually have the week off of school, but I have a lot to get done, and what happens when I'm not in my regular routine is I forget about dinner. And also, if you've never tried meal prepping before, I encourage you, take just one afternoon, morning, something, evening this month and just try it. Like, prepare 5 dinners ahead of time or something, and I think you'll really appreciate it in December. Although it is nice that there are a lot less things on the schedule this year. I'm not complaining about that. I missed some of those things, but I'm also appreciating a slower December. So I don't know where I was going with all that. I have 3 chicken dishes in mind. I'm not really feeling my menu plan, what I have, but I have plenty of food here, so I'm just kind of coming up with other ideas. And I have 3 chicken dishes in mind. I know my family doesn't want to eat, Tori would eat chicken every day, but most people don't want to. So I've got some ground beef thawing, and Solo's he's just leaving work, so he's coming home. Maybe he'll have some ideas for what other meals we can make. Thanksgiving was like the ultimate meal prep. We kept laughing about that because we had lots of food already prepared, and I did a lot of low carb stuff, and that was great to just have available to just snack on and keep eating off of for meals. One thing we have noticed now that we have 10 children and a lot of teenagers is those leftovers, they went a solid day and a half only, and then they were gone pretty much. So yeah, we can eat around here, I tell ya. We got people that can eat. So it's time. We've been cooking every night and tired of that. So we're gonna kind of prepare things so that we can just pop it in the crock pot or pop it in the oven and have simple nights. I gotta thaw some chicken, so I'll be back to you in a minute. I just realized I have a meal that I can make without thawing anything with this massive new roaster. I think I told you guys a viewer sent us this, which is so sweet. This is our first time using it, and we can cook all the things. It has temperature on it. I could have cooked my turkey in here because it came with a tray too. And this middle part comes out, so I'm just gonna put in what I would normally put in the crock pot in this because it's way bigger, way bigger. That's 1 hand, 2 hands. That's my technical term of how big it is. So I'm gonna try out my chicken curry in here. It's just a super simple, fast recipe, and it will go pair well with rice cauliflower, and mashed cauliflower. Both are good with it too. So I really love having it prepared ahead of time. So all I have to do is take this pot out of the fridge, stick it in here, and start it in the morning. Wow, what a difference. These are massive chicken breasts. I have 6 of them in there, and I feel like I have tons of room to spare. Next up, these Normandy vegetables. All right, I used the whole thing, which I've always wanted to do, but never can fit it. Wow, I could do double this. That's amazing. For my sauce for the curry, I am going to do 2 cans of crushed tomatoes. Oh, I don't know if this bowl is big enough. I don't usually get to double it fully. Okay, I had to scrape out those cans and upgrade bowl size. Now we're gonna add 4 cans of coconut milk. Oh, maybe. I have 4 cans here. Let me just do that quick. I am not a big fan of coconut at all, but this recipe doesn't taste anything like coconut to me. So 2 tablespoons of curry powder, but I'm gonna do really heaping tablespoons. Why not? And 2 teaspoons of salt. That's the only kind of salt I have right now. Okay, Nessa is Mrs. Claus today. Seth is messing with her. Are you messing with her? He grabs the hair around her face, but she bites his hands. Like, it doesn't hurt him, but they just play like that all the time. He grabs her hair, she bites him, and it just goes on until we separate them. And she always comes back for more, and he always goes back for more. They're good playmates, I guess. They just play rough. Whoa! Oh, he's wet. He drank a full bottle of milk, and I did change him, but it must have gone straight through him. I'm whisking this together, and I'm gonna pour it over there, and I'm gonna take a diaper changing break. Real life mothering moments. We'll just cook that on high for 4 hours, low for 8 hours, one of those. Shred up the chicken when we're done, and that's it. I have made that dish for you guys so many times, and it's just a favorite because it's so easy and my kids love it. But a lot of you have tried it, and you tag me on Instagram when you make it a lot of times and tell me how much you guys love it. So I love hearing that. Glad you guys like that one. Some of you put fish in it, which we do too sometimes, and then a lot of you have different variations or different spins you put on it. Different kind of veggies, shrimp, different things. It always turns out good, I don't know why. Okay, the next one I have not made for a long time, but I used to make it very, very consistently. Probably been years, and we called it Nigerian chicken. It's like a peanut butter chicken, but it's more West African inspired, so I don't know. If you're Nigerian, you can tell me if we're way off. But it's good. It's a good one. It's another tomato-based sauce. So I was gonna do spaghetti too, but I think I'm gonna skip that since I have two very tomato-based chicken meals. I'm gonna start out by chopping up some chicken breasts. I'm gonna cook this whole meal. Actually, this one is just fine leftover. It would really not be bad at all leftover. So we'll make the whole thing and then serve it with rice and cauliflower later. I'll probably separate this meal and the other one by the whole 5 days because there are some similarities to it. I used a whole 10-pound bag of chicken for the 2 meals. So I think about 5 pounds here. I did 5 chicken breasts here, maybe 6 with that crock pot. So I chopped it all up, which is a lot more work. I've done it though the way where you just shred it, and it's not nearly as good for this one. And I am going to put some coconut oil in my big Dutch oven. It's what we cook with the most around here. Love coconut oil too. And I'm just gonna fry up this chicken here. Just a nice big glob of it. While that chicken continues to cook, I'm gonna chop up these little onions here real quick. Okay, next I'm adding more coconut oil to the same pan. I removed the chicken, I just stuck it in this bowl, and it's browned. And then, Belle's taking some little kids out of here for me. I'm gonna just do this much onion. I could do more for sure, but kids. And then I'm gonna do a couple of teaspoons, so like 4 cloves of garlic, and just cook the onion and garlic up in that coconut oil quick. Nigerian chicken, do you think it's Nigerian? It's West African peanut butter chicken. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
I used to make it all the time.
Yes, that's very good. I like it.
Do you think it's Nigerian?
I don't know. I think it does taste West African. It could be Nigerian.
Ghanaian.
It could be Ghanaian. It could be Togolese. It could be Sierra Leone.
Let's just see how many West African countries he knows. We need to travel more. Come on, 2020.
That's the one part of Africa that I still need to explore, West Africa.
We're cooking that up, but now he's
actually, oh sorry.
But he's gonna help me here now.
Gonna try.
Okay. Now I'm gonna pour in 3 cans of tomato sauce. I have those onions nice and soft, so the kitties will eat them. And then I'm gonna take one of these cans, or all of them maybe, and do 3 cans of water. I am going to bring this to a simmer quick. Well, quick, as long as it takes. I bought new wooden spatulas at Walmart, and yet somehow I'm still using the one from the kitty playset. Don't ask. That did not take long, so I added back in the chicken as soon as it was simmering. And now I'm gonna add in some peanut butter. This is the magic, where the magic happens. So this meal is actually low carb too. Everything I'm making is low carb, because I am strictly low carb, and I can add the carbs for those who are eating carbs around here, which is mostly everybody else. And the only thing is you would want to make sure you're using natural peanut butter, which I am. I like this stuff from Aldi. And I'm going to stir that in, wait till the clumps break up and gets nice and hot, and then I'll cook, or I'm going to add some spices, I guess, after this. Let me get those going. I'm going to add about a ½ teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That just gives it a little kick, because I have a lot in there. Actually, I might add a little less than half. So you could do more or less, depending on if you like spice or not. And then I'm gonna add quite a bit of salt, like several teaspoons, I think, in this pot. But I'll kind of taste it to make sure I'm not over salting it. Okay, it's really good. I did about 2 teaspoons of salt. And we're gonna add in this whole bunch of cilantro. You could definitely skip this part if you're not a cilantro fan. If you try the recipe and like cilantro, it sure just takes it up a notch, doesn't it?
Sure does. I realize I'm a one-water today.
You are. I was just gonna say, man, I don't have a lot to say.
Yeah.
So
I just
he's
got
thinking,
home.
because I asked him, can you come up with 2 meals?
I know, my brain space is occupied.
Is your brain still at work?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a long day. I've been off work for a long time. And
So it's getting back into
my
it.
desk looks bad and I have meetings tomorrow. I just don't
that's no fun.
have, I got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
Got a lot of catching up to do.
Hey, you don't have to cook tonight.
No, I'll help cook because I help eat. I probably eat most of it. So
No.
if you're gonna eat, you gotta cook.
That's not true. Okay, let me try. Run a good bit of cilantro in that bite.
How does it taste like?
Mmm.
Is it good?
Yes.
What are we gonna eat?
It tastes Nigerian.
Well, this is not for today. This is a prep.
No, and I think that will save well. That's why I just made it completely. It's a good, like, warm, cold night kind of food, you know? Warm meal.
You know what's funny is that there are a lot of food, there's so many foods that we eat in Kenya that are warm weather food.
Yeah,
That
they
cold
feel
weather,
like-
yeah, like you want to eat it in the winter.
Yes,
But then it can get so hot, but that's what they eat, you know?
that's what they eat when it's hot.
But there's a saying in Swahili, they say, dawa ya moto ni moto. In other words,
The medicine for hot is
it's
hot.
hot. Yeah.
So when you're hot, you drink a cup of hot chai.
Yeah.
Not me. Give me all the ice, Diet Coke.
I think someone came up with it to just convince themselves that it's alright to sweat.
A lot of people believe that if you're hot, you should drink a hot drink. I don't know why. Tell us if you're one of them and tell us your reason.
I think it's just a coping mechanism to help them feel better about what they're doing. They know it's crazy, but they gotta say something nice.
I still haven't made tonight's dinner, but Solo's making up some bacon for another meal. Next I'm gonna work on dinner tonight. I've just been thawing it in the microwave, but this was all in one pan. It's a bunch of chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, and I think it was like 5.5 pounds. So I'm going to season these quick. I've done this one before. It's like a paprika chicken, and it is so good, super creamy. We all loved it. So this is the second time I'm making it. Before I prepped it, and you fry the chicken thighs, and then he's making bacon over there, it's loud. You fry the chicken thighs and then you bake it later. So I had fried the chicken thighs up and you just like partially cook them. And I had a number of comments telling me it's really not healthy to do that. We did it and we were all healthy. We were just fine. Nobody got sick. But today I think I'll just cook it fully. It's a little safer that way apparently. And then we'll eat it tonight. I am really competing with the bacon right now, but I'm gonna use paprika, salt, and pepper on all of these. Okay, I'm going to sear this chicken in some butter in this cast iron quick. Just a couple minutes on each side and then put them all in this big 9x13. I'm so glad he came to do the meat part for me. Love it. Boy, you're a man of few words today.
Yes.
I made you talk them all out in that other video we filmed this week.
I used my words for the week.
Our video about him moving across the world. Some of your comments had him laughing so hard last night. I just heard him, he kept laughing and laughing. And then my mom called me and she said her and my grandma who's visiting her were reading comments and they were dying laughing. So, and you guys have some good stories about intercultural things and moving cultures or other people moving to your culture. It was priceless. Okay, he's gotten all those browned. And now we're gonna throw a ton of mushrooms. I think it's about 2 cups here. And then we're gonna throw in garlic. I'm gonna do about 4 heaping teaspoons of garlic in that chicken drippings. Is that what they call it?
Much in there.
We just need this stuff to be softened. Okay, since we didn't use the big pan here for the chicken, we're gonna do the liquid half at a time in the spinach. I put in 2 cups of broth. I used beef broth, that's what I had. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream and a half block of cream cheese. Gonna melt that together and then add in spinach till it's cooked. And then divide it over these two pans and we're gonna bake it. I am making some whole wheat noodles for the kids to eat it with. And I got my oven on 400 because I think it'll bake around 20 minutes. And we're finished here. If you had a big pan and you were doing just half this recipe, you could easily just put the chicken back in now and put the spinach in the pan. And like a cast iron like this, you could just put that whole pan in the oven. But we're moving it onto these just because we have so much. Got a lot of noise here too, as usual. I'm debating just putting it all back into one pan. It really would fit in that one because it's a tall 9x13 and it's not that much liquid as I thought it would be. I think it'll come to the top, but it might do better all together because I can't imagine dividing this in half. I think I'm gonna get Solo to come help me. Just put it all in one dish. It fit just fine. I'm just making more dishes for myself at this point in the game. Let me get this in the oven quick. Noodles are done. Solo's occupying the little ones now. While that's cooking, so I have 20 minutes left. I think I'm gonna get one last meal done. Yes, that is only 4 meals. I think I'll just pull out meat for the other one, the 5th meal this week, and that'll be good enough. I have just moved slow today, I think, and I don't really want to do another one. But this is gonna give me a great head start on the week. And Solo already cooked the bacon up for me for this one. I'm just kind of putting together something new that I've never done before. So we'll see if it turns out. So I have 4 pounds of beef I just browned, ground beef. And I'm going to just throw in some minced onion, garlic powder, mustard, homemade ketchup I made a couple weeks ago, and this bacon that he cooked. And I'm gonna hope it turns into something that we can eat on sandwiches. So we have some buns I noticed, and they like hamburger buns, and also, oh great, I need 2 of those rolls. Just one more, thank you Micah. And also I can make a low carb bread really easily. I have a mixture of it that I just keep in my cupboard, and then I add the ingredients to make it very fast in the microwave. So that'll be another meal. I have 8 minutes left on the oven, and I'm going to have this done in time. Wait for that to come out, so by the time we eat dinner, I'm done. Solo, on his way home from work, he did pick up a head of cabbage because I needed some cilantro too. So he picked up cilantro and cabbage. We're doing our groceries a little different than we normally do this month. Didn't do a big haul. We're kind of just eating out of what we have left over and what we have available to us without totally depleting our pantry. We have shopped a little already, but all that to say, he brought home cabbage. We'll either throw in like a beef cabbage meal in the middle of there, or we'll save the cabbage and you'll see it in our next meal prep video maybe, what he's gonna make out of that. And maybe we'll just throw in a taco night. But we are thawing a couple more rolls of ground beef here, so that'll be our 5th meal. So that'll take us, it's Tuesday today, and we're eating tonight, so that'll take us through Saturday with whatever we cook there. But 5 homemade meals in December that are healthy and nutritious and filling. That'll be good. That turned out very good, and I had 2 minutes to spare. I ended up adding some pizza sauce. We love this low sugar, no sugar added stuff where we get from Walmart. And I added a little seasoned salt too. And it's good. Even if a kid needed to be able to heat it up, it'd be real easy for them because it's all done. And just plop it on some buns. They'll love it. There's the beautiful finished product. Usually the spinach is stirred into it more because you put it back in with the chicken, blah, blah, blah. We all know. But it looks great. It's gonna taste great. Normally at this time I would show you all the things I made. There are 4 dishes, but we gotta eat. So we got some hungry kids. It's taken me a while. And yeah, thank you guys for watching today. We got a lot to clean up too, but it's so worth it. We will talk to you soon. Let me know if you meal prepped anything recently. Love to hear it.